Check, 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 check. Hey, I can hear something. That's good. I did forget to ask Mike Collins if he's coming back to him or if it is Madsen. So it's Madsen today? Okay. I see the Abes have new uniforms today.
Oh, I believe this is the
third jersey?
Yeah. That's why I said, hey, yuck.
Yeah,
I was going to go through a stretch where they were going to be just purple and white, and I'm glad I didn't go with that.
Yeah.
Yuck.
I mean, I don't mind the diagonal lettering, but when you got a good logo, I'd stick with that.
Yeah.
I would stick with that, but of course, then there's the trend of wearing the warm-up jerseys to get money out of sponsors.
Yeah.
There's that.
You know, some teams, they don't have a booster club or...
Right.
So...
Right.
Yeah, because before they
Thank you,
had 2 new chairs out here, they did. Now they don't. I haven't said anything.
Number 2, Dylan Burns, son of Kerry and Peterborough. When asked what they will miss about hockey, it was the fun moments at the games and the day song themes. Their favorite memory of Dylan is when he came home from Minneapolis and said, "The boys are my best friend." Thank you, Dylan.
Good.
Number 4, Nolan Otto, son of Natasha and Mike Otto. For the last 17 years, for the Ottos, hockey has been a gathering of family, community, and lifelong friends. There is no smear memory of watching Nolan play the game he loves with his teammates and best friends, and witnessing him in his skills and the values of his soccer. They will miss watching him step out of the ice with his team and the band playing on Memorial. Thank you, Nolan.
Saturday.
Yeah. But still, there's nothing going on. Well, it's shitty weather, right?
Number 8, and racing Trevor Pritchard, son of Lisa and Ryan Pritchard. What they will miss most about hockey is the car rides with the boys in the racing game. When asked about a fond memory, they were called driving to Minnesota for hockey and jamming together to carry style as it was in the car. Thank you, Trevor and Noah.
I can program that and maybe leave the last 90 seconds.
Number 17, Will Savoia, son of Amy and Tom.
All right, very good.
Amy and Tom's favorite hockey memory is watching Will and his brothers play and having fun in the backyard with many cold winter nights. When asked what they will miss most about hockey, they said they will miss their windshield time together.
So if we can,
Thank you, Will.
a lot of times what I'll do is we'll just, I always tell these guys,
Number 19, Tiger Booter, son of Nicole Booter. When asked what they will miss about hockey, Nicole and Burt said that they will miss the huge smile on Tiger's face after finishing a great game, and of course, driving all over Wisconsin in blizzard conditions.
Okay. Okay, very good.
second assist here, and that's what we're going to kind of recap on that.
Okay.
Thank you, Tiger.
Sounds good.
On behalf of the Old Age Hockey Team in Oakland Memorial High School, we would like to thank those student athletes and their families for all the hard work, dedication, and commitment to Old Age hockey. We acknowledge the families that have supported these seniors throughout the years in both big and small ways. From rides to early morning practices, providing snacks and meals on bus rides, to being the biggest cheerleaders in the state. To the senior boys, you have persevered through jubilant wins and unexpected losses. Through it all, you have shown resiliency and the will to succeed. There have been many memories to date, and we look forward to the memories yet to come. Let's drop the puck and make some great memories today.
That's a nice job.
left it in years ago. Well, good afternoon from Hobbs Ice Center in Eau Claire. We're getting set for non-conference boys hockey. Two ranked teams going at it today. The Stevens Point Panthers, who are ranked #1 in the latest Wisconsin Prep Hockey Division I poll, and the Eau Claire Memorial Old Abe's, who come in ranked #4. I'm Bob Radovich. This is Mike Schwengler, former Eau Claire Memorial head coach, current Team Wisconsin head coach. And looking at that SPASH roster, this is a team that's 16-0-1. A lot of Team Wisconsin kids on that group.
Well, a lot of kids and a lot of young kids. They have a very talented group, and 16-0-1, we talked prior to the start. They're doing something right, quite obviously. It's going to be a good test today. Memorial's they've had some peaks. They had a great Thanksgiving tournament here, and then they got into some play and kind of up and down a little bit. Lost a tough one to Chippewa the other night. They lost a tough one to Hudson, but they've beaten some good teams. They went over to Notre Dame tournament over Christmas, and they've won some big games there. So this should be a good one today.
Talk about that game against Hudson. It was a double overtime loss for Eau Claire Memorial. It was 3-2. It was the second time Memorial lost to Hudson in double overtime. And if you look at the Old Abe's record, 14-4 overall, all four of those losses have come in Big River's play. I would think, though, that an opportunity to take on the #1 ranked team in the state would get Memorial refocused and kind of put that Raiders loss in the rearview mirror.
Well, in talking with Coach Collins this morning, that's basically the message he's going to give to the kids is, we probably don't have a 1 seed or a 2 seed going into sectional play, but if we can get this win, maybe we have a solid 3, and their focus is that today. They know they have some things to clean up to be better offensively and defensively, and a quick turnaround, but no time like the present.
When you were coaching the Abes, Mike, when that calendar turns from January to February, it's like you're on a slide downhill in the sense that time goes really quickly. As a coach, what do you want your teams to work on in that latter part of the regular season heading into playoffs?
Well, essentially, it's make sure you're committed to the defensive side of the puck at all 3 zones. If you're poking at pucks and you don't finish your check and you don't have your stick on the puck when you make your contact, you're going to give them the opportunity to make plays. You can't cross the blue line and cut to the middle and turn the puck over. Pucks need to get to the net. And just all those little things. 1, it creates in-zone offense time, and 2, it keeps the puck farther away from your net.
Today's pregame show is brought to you by Asher Exteriors. Call Asher's for your free, no obligation estimate at 888-GO-ASHER. Or visit GoAsher.com. That is GoAsher.com. Get off the ladder and get gutter helmet with Asher Lasting Exteriors. Trust the experts on your most valuable asset in your home. Give them a call today at 888-GO-ASHER. Stevens Point, 16-0-1 overall. They are the first place team in the Wisconsin Valley Conference with the 9-0 record. Eau Claire Memorial, 14-4. 4-4 in the Big Rivers Conference. Stevens Point wearing the black uniforms today with the white numerals, white lettering, white and red trim, the black breezers, the black helmets. Eau Claire Memorial breaking out a 3rd jersey today, Mike, with Abe's across the front. White jerseys, purple numerals, black breezers, black helmets. Good crowd here at Hobbs Ice Center. We still have room for you, but otherwise sit back and enjoy some high-end hockey. #1, Stevens Point. #4, Eau Claire Memorial. Let's go ringside for today's starting lineups.
At the bench, a senior, number 15, Tyler. At forward, a sophomore, number 2, Rick Molsky. At forward, a sophomore, number 8, Brady Miller. At forward, a junior, number 17, Jackson Schroeder. And at goal, a senior, number 31, Mason Spurley. The Panthers are coached by Mr. Matt Colton. And now, the starting lineup for your Eau Claire Memorial A's. At defenseman, a senior, number 2, Dylan Burns. At defenseman, a junior, number 3, Nick Maxson. At senior, number 4, Nolan for number 7, Matt Diggins. At forward, the junior, number 10, Gabe Handcraft. And between the pipes, a freshman, number 35, Evan Matson. The head coach of the Old A's is Mr. Mike Collins. This afternoon's officials are Ryan Dale, Tyler Owens, Corey Evans. And now, to honor America, we ask those who are able to please stand, remove your hats, place your hand over the heart for the singing of our national anthem. Oh, say can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose blood stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets red glare of unbursting air gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Great rendition of our national anthem here at Hobbs Ice Center. Now is your chance to join the team at Blue Northern, hiring for drivers in Eau Claire and Sparta. Apply online today at BlueNorthernDistributing.com. Olympic Flame Restaurant in Eau Claire since 1980. Uncle Lampros brought homemade family recipes from Greece, and the tradition continues today at Olympic Flame Restaurant. Eau Claire's best kept secret, Olympic Flame Greek Restaurant on London Road. Mike, give me a quick key for each team today.
Well, if you're Stevens Point, obviously they come out with a lot of emotion. They're riding high. They want to continue to do what they do best and move pucks and obviously get pucks to the net and score some goals quickly. If you're Eau Claire Memorial, senior night, you got that emotion for your seniors. You want to make sure you do everything right to let them go out of senior night with a win. That being said, we talked a little bit in the opening. They have to clean up some things defensively. They got to move pucks to the right guys that are open. Don't try and do too much. Get the puck past the red line, past the blue line, and make plays offensively down low.
Evan Madsen, the freshman, in the nets for the Old Abes. Mason Sperlin, the senior, for Stevens Point, and we are underway. SPASH will send the puck down. It's deflected down, so no icing. Madsen works it up the near wall. Through neutral ice, here comes Nolan Autumn. Autumn, the shot right on, turned aside by Sperlin. Good rush early on by the Abes. Centering pass right out front. Puck on Diggins' stick. Kicked out of there by Sperlin. Madsen at the point. That shot goes off the shins of Grant Molsky of SPASH. So the Abes with some good juice early on. Madsen gets it below. They rim it around. Diggins trying to get there for the Abes. It's poked out of the zone. Dylan Byrne has scored one of the Panthers into the boards. Schroeder and Madsen collide down there in the corner. Stevens Point comes out of it with it. Shot right on and a save by Evan Madsen.
Good start for the Abes. Obviously exactly what they want. They want to get the puck in deep. They want to make plays, get pucks to the net. And they had a couple of nice chances there. Autumn, puck was on his stick. I don't know if he was ready for it or he fumbled with it, but he had a perfect chance, low slot.
Off the face-off. The second line is out there for Eau Claire Memorial. Schemberger, Autumn, and Karnitz. Shot right on, deflected aside by Madsen, picked up by Eric Karnitz. He skated in the boards by Easton Katowski of SPASH. And a SPASH player actually sent to the ice by Nick Madsen. Madsen works it up to Karnitz. Here's Oneman. Oneman trying to get around a defender. Heads down low. Abes pinching down there with Karnitz. Scooped up by Tyler Bialis of the Panthers. Abes unable to hold the zone. They will have to touch up on the delayed offside, and it's a line change. Third line out there, Kunert, Bill, and Wonky. Through center ice, picked up by Savaloya. He'll flip it on net. Sperlin sends it to the near boards. Aves with Savaloya. Pull it in and throw it deep. Gabe Field back there for SPASH. Field through neutral ice. Cooner throws it back in the Stevens Point zone where Bialis picks it up. Throws it around the near boards to Ostricki. Picked up now by Bialis. Through neutral ice. Bialis to the far wing. Shot. This is wide. SPASH trying to dig the puck out. High slot. There's a shot from Field. It's turned aside by Madsen. Another shot and another save by Evan Madsen. Tucker Lossman now picking up the puck for the Aves. Stevens Point collects. Quickly they move it forward. Here's Grant Molsky. Molsky, one of the leading scorers on the SPASH team, throws it up the far boards towards Loomis. Going after it now is Schroeder. Schroeder throws it to the point and through the skates of Mason Dillingham. Sperlin comes out to play it. Aves applying the forward check. Stevens Point able to get it out to neutral ice, where it's thrown in deep by Dillingham. Then he comes off at a change. Battle for it along the half wall there. Diggins works it free. Autumn, poke checked off his stick. Now Nick Madsen picks up. Pankratz at center ice. Far side. Shot by Autumn. That went high along the near boards. Poked out to neutral ice. Autumn steers it over towards Kircher. And then Autumn throws it in deep. Another line change for the Aves. Stevens Point ships it out to Molsky. Here's Molsky trying to go wide. Goes off his stick. Madsen chasing after it. It's a SPASH player into the boards. Digging for it in the corner. Madsen pokes it free. Puck pops loose. Picked up by Schemberger and flipped out of play. For more than 30 years, Coldwell Banker Bernizer Realtors has been the #1 home seller in northwestern Wisconsin. With more than 70 realtors averaging over 15 years of experience per agent, why turn anyplace else? For realty in the Chippewa Valley, call Coldwell Banker Bernizer Realtors.
Nice 3-minute stretch of no whistle there, Bobby. Catch your breath a little bit?
Yeah, but hey, we like that though. we like, up and down hockey. Oh, near turnover for the Aves there. Katowski plays it toward the middle of the ice, and then skating back is SPASH. They work it ahead to Katowski. He taps it in. Dylan Byrne going after it for the Aves.
Nice to see Poirier back out on the ice. He took a big hit from Madsen earlier last shift, and he got off early, but he's back out there. Seems to be okay.
Ottoman through neutral ice. Plays it into the zone where SPASH collects it there. Here's Carter Drexler. Back to Bialis. Far side they go. Drexler getting wide. Drexler puts on the brakes. Throws it up high, but SPASH was changing their defensive pairing, so they just dump it in.
Be interesting how we go here, Bob, with the line changes. So far it's been 1-1, 2-2, 3-3. Well, curious to see which team blinks first.
Nick Madsen skates in, throws it right out front. Off a SPASH skate, but Stevens Point picks it up. They skate out with Jackson Speaks. Kircher will play it deep in the zone. Matt Wonky giving chase for Eau Claire Memorial. Skating out, Logan Ostricki. Ostricki through center ice. He'll throw it deep. Kircher now for the Aves. Fires it off the glass, not out. Aves neutral ice. Cooner will throw it deep. Big hit behind the cage, applied by Aves. On a shot by Diggins, Sperlin left the rebound right out front. Now Pankratz trying to push one towards the net. Byrne pinching in on the far. Pankratz towards the net. SPASH collects with Molsky.
Great opportunity by the Aves. Diggins got a nice shot. Again, Autumn was there, but Dillingham from SPASH was able to lock his stick down, which his job is to do.
Molsky cross ice pass. Too far for Grady Miller. No icing. Aves sweep it around the near boards, and Byrne picks it up. Byrne to the far side, Diggins. Ottoman works the puck free. Cross-iced by SPASH. Race for the puck. Madsen wins that puck battle. Karnitz now on the far side. Karnitz trying to get around a defender. It's scooped up by Jamie Reeve. Taken away by the Abes. Centering pass evaded Oneman. Schroeder coming back the other way for SPASH. Pope checked off his stick by Kircher. Sent back in. We're under 10 minutes to go in the scoreless first period.
Nice job by Kirchner there. Abe's second is against SPASH's first, and so far they've held them tight.
SPASH. Schroeder taken into the boards. He had Kircher get tripped up. Abe's now work it out to neutral ice, and Noah Kircher. He'll dump deep. Line change now for the Abes. Far side, here's Poirier. Poirier through neutral ice. Poirier trying to split a couple of defenders and skated off the puck. Abes get it to Lossman. Lossman to Byrne. Plays it ahead to Diggins. Diggins trying to evade a check. Now scooped up by Pankratz. Pankratz gains the zone. Trying to go wide. Around the defender. Big battle. And wide. Oneman throws it out front, and a puck tripping on net. Mason Sperlin covers up with 8:38 remaining in the first. SC Swiderski, an SCS apartment, is where you want to live, work, and play all throughout central Wisconsin, the Chippewa Valley, and the Fox Valley. No matter where you live, look to SC Swiderski to make you feel right at home. Visit scswiderski.com for more.
So as this is setting up, Bob, we're halfway through our first period. You got to be aware of the line matchups here. SPASH is going 1-2-3, 1-2-3. They're coming back with their top line, who has done predominantly all their scoring all year long. Abe's right now just pulled off a second. I think their top line, the Diggins line, is going to have a short shift here and come back.
Right out front and a big save. Madsen. Best scoring chance. Evan Madsen. Best scoring chance of the game. Either way with Noah Kircher. He'll dump in deep. And a lane change for the Abes. Madsen holds the zone.
Dumps it in. Here, we're offline. It's all ball bearing, Sully.
We're getting close. Ooh, that was a good look there. All right, we are back to live action. Apologize for the technical difficulties. You haven't missed any scoring. It's still 0-0, though Stevens Point has had a couple opportunities, Mike. That third line of Jackson Spies, Maxime Salienko and Gabe Field generated a good look, and then just recently they had another good look before Memorial was able to get the puck on net.
And a couple of those are off of turnovers. Again, one of the Achilles heels for the Abes all year have been turning pucks over top of the circle in the offensive zone. Twice they did that. Twice SPASH went down for scoring chances.
Madsen from distance. Sperlin gave up a big rebound, didn't know where the puck was.
Great chance. Wonky was right there, but again, Point very well coached. They're taking away sticks in front.
Savaloya battling for the puck behind the net. Tyler Loomis trying to play it out the far side. Abe's pinching. Savaloya able to hold the zone. Wonky giving chase for the A's. Played out to neutralize. Madsen has it.
And a play like this, sorry, Bob, a play like that, Nick has to realize we don't want him leading the rush unless he's driving it wide. We don't need him to try and toe drag people at the blue line.
Here's Pankratz getting around a defender. Pankratz now behind the net. Trying to throw it cross ice. Sperlin sends it wide. Autumn with it. Plays it out to Pankratz with the blast. That one off the glass behind the net.
You know what his coaches are saying, Bob?
Shoot low.
Hit the net!
Shoot low. Byrne from up high. That one pinballs around. Abes with Autumn scoop up the puck. He and Loomis doing battle down there. Abes with some good zone tying on this shift. Byrne from up high. Abes trying to wrap it around. They get it out to Byrne. Byrne flips it deep. Pankratz in the corner. Back out to Byrne. Byrne takes a shot, and they score!
And you just alluded to it, Bob. A very good end zone offense shift. Started with Wonky's line. They got a nice chance and opportunity. They made the change. Out came the Autumn line. Outstanding. Puck movement, no turnovers. They kept feeding, going low to high, switching sides. Byrne held it, good composure. Had two big guys in front of the net. Goaltender didn't see it. 1-0 Old Abe's.
Dylan Byrne with the goal. His 13th goal of the season. Back quickly come the Panthers. Abe's able to poke check it away. Potential 2-on-1 coming here. Ottoman scoops up the puck. Ottoman trying to split a pair of defenders. Gets tripped up.
Now, if you're the Abes, a minute left. Obviously, you want nothing against. Pump it low. Everything's safe and simple. Don't throw anything back to the point unless you're 100% wide open.
Ottoman behind the net. It's poked free. Stevens Point first on the puck. 45 seconds remaining. Center ice. Byrne will play it ahead to Autumn. Autumn skating in. Autumn will throw it out front. Diggins couldn't corral the puck. Autumn battling for it. Picked up there by Reeve, but not out. Byrne, a shot from distance. Picked up by the Panthers, and they throw it down. It's going to skitter all the way down ice. And we get an icing with 20.8 seconds left. The Rural Virtual Academy is an online tuition-free public school serving students pre-K through high school right here in Wisconsin. For more information, visit ruralvirtual.org.
Curious here if Abes have a set play. An over-under looked like opportunity there. It kind of got smushed in the middle.
Puck still loose, scooped up now by Ostricki. He goes far side, and Abes doing a nice job defensively on that far side forward there. That was Maxim Salienko. Time has expired in period number one, and a solid period for both teams, but it's the Old Abes with the 1-0 lead.
A couple opportunities for, like you had just said, in both ends. SPASH got theirs off of turnovers from the Abes. Blue line in offensively, one defensively. Memorial's had a few chances early. They had a couple nice chances, plays at the net. And obviously late, that last shift. We haven't seen a shift like that from Memorial, and it's been two or three games for me anyway. It was a nice shift. They had 30, 40, 50 seconds of in-zone offense time. They moved the puck. They didn't throw any hole passes to the front of the net. They went outside. They hit the guys. Hey, let's be honest. At 3 and 5, Byrne and Madsen are their playmakers, and they got to feed them the puck more.
Shots on goal, 7 apiece. But it's Memorial on a Dylan Byrne goal. Assist to Gabe Pankratz and Nolan Autumn. Coming with just 1:34 left in the period. So it's 1-0 after one. We will take an extended break, and we'll be back with second period action. You are watching high school hockey on Zaleski Sports, presented by Spectrum Insurance.
Brought to you by Toyson Ford. Stop in at Toyson Ford to pick out your new ride. Come see why all your friends and neighbors say you'll find a friend at Toyson Ford. An SC Swiderski apartment or home is certain to be where you want to live, work, and play throughout the Chippewa Valley. No matter where you live, look to SC Swiderski to make you feel right at home. Wall-to-Wall Carpet One, located on East Hamilton Avenue in Eau Claire. Give Wall-to-Wall Carpet One a call at 715-598-4485. Since 2009, Momentum Baseball Academy has been leading baseball instruction in western Wisconsin. Momentum Baseball Academy, official partner of the Eau Claire Express. Today's game is brought to you by Apple Weight Loss. Chiropractic care is more than just making the pain disappear. It's about learning, understanding, and taking care of your body to improve your quality of life with Apple Weight Loss. Whether buying or selling, home, recreation, commercial, no matter your budget, find the listings at DonnellanOnline.com. Franson Bank and Trust has a team of experienced bankers that will provide a vast array of loan products tailored to your situation. Franson Bank and Trust, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Hip impingement and hip labral tears are common causes of hip and groin pain and are often the result of repetitive use from crouching, sports, or trauma. Today, we are visiting Eau Claire, Wisconsin. Dr. Carlson, a partner with Chippewa Valley Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, is in the forefront of using a newer procedure called hip arthroscopy, which allows minimally invasive access to a joint and treatments to problems never addressed before. Using hip arthroscopy, Dr. Carlson is able to repair tissue without dislocating the hip and without replacing it.
Hip arthroscopy is where a surgeon takes a camera on the end of a long wand, which we call a scope, and through a small poke hole incision in your skin, delivers that scope into a joint. In this particular case, we're talking about hip arthroscopy, where that scope would be put in the hip joint. The hip joint first has to be dislocated or the ball and socket pulled apart. When that's pulled apart, we can access the joint and look around and do the work we're talking about doing. Once inside the joint, through other portals, we call them, those poke holes that we use to access the joint, we can use other instruments, again on the end of a long wand, to perform the work inside the joint. Things like repairing the cartilage rim of the socket, called the labrum, fixing cartilage defects or problems on the head of the ball or the lining of the socket, repairing tissue around the hip, such as ligaments or capsule, repairing tendons that attach to the hip, or releasing them if need be, depending on the particular problem.
Dr. Carlson's goal is to eliminate the segment of untreated patients or patients with delayed treatment who have curable hip pathology, educating potential patients and their providers that these symptoms are not things they need to live with, or that they are not from their back or groin pulls or early arthritis. Few orthopedic surgeons are operating on hips through a scope because it is a newer and technically difficult surgery. Therefore, certain diagnoses may be missed by physicians not familiar with these newer treatment options.
Patients I see with hip joint pain that can be fixed and not just replaced can range from their mid-teens or younger teens to 50, 60 years old. In the past, patients who had labral tears in their hip were told that they may have some pre-arthritis or an early arthritic problem. They may be told that they were just prone to frequent groin pulls in the sport of their choice. And taking some time away from their sport, they may sometimes be able to return to the sport with just continued pain. And fortunately now, with our knowledge of the concept of labral tears and our ability to treat that problem, we can take people who are otherwise just waiting 20 years to undergo a hip replacement, or just feeling that they can't ever participate in that activity because they'll just keep getting groin pulls. We can take that person, we can make them better, we can fix their problem, we can bring them back to their sport, and allow them to continue to develop as an athlete or as a worker or whatever particular activity they're trying to do where that hip is affecting them.
Chippewa Valley Orthopedics and Sports Medicine has been committed to the healthcare needs of patients in western Wisconsin for over 45 years. Their success and reputation as an outstanding orthopedic clinic can be attributed to the teamwork of their friendly, knowledgeable physicians and staff.
Here at Chippewa Valley Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, we have 12 partners, orthopedics, neurosurgery, non-operative spine, and foot and ankle. We really pride ourselves in listening closely to the patients and hearing what they're saying, spending a lot of time engaging in the conversation of what is really bothering that person.
After meeting with the patient, Dr. Carlson determined that his difficulties had all been related to painful hip impingement.
It was incredibly important for me to meet with a doctor that understood sports and athletics and kind of just how I wanted to continue that lifestyle instead of just kind of shutting it down. So meeting with someone like Dr. Carlson was incredibly important to me because he understood how I still wanted to be active after a surgery and still wanted to maintain my daily lifestyle.
While visiting with Dr. Carlson, we learned that he grew up skiing and continues to ski competitively across the country and also enjoys hunting, fishing, and hiking. He is passionate that his patients' goals are his goals. Whether it is getting them back to playing with their kids, working aggressively, or competing in sports, his patients are more active and enjoy their lives.
When I see those people so happy with themselves, so happy with their decision to have this fixed or to go through this process, as scary as it sometimes is, if you don't know what's on the other side, it's so satisfying for me.
Hey everybody, Nat over at Wheeler Chevrolet GMC, and we have a huge savings for you. Supplier pricing for everyone on all remaining 23 models. Over 50 to choose from. Stop on in and talk to one of our sales consultants today.
Asher Laston Exteriors is committed to craftsmanship, innovation, and outstanding customer service as Western Wisconsin's trusted gutter and gutter helmet experts. Our highly trained certified technicians can install gutter helmet onto new or existing gutters. Gutter helmet blends in beautifully with your home, can withstand the heaviest of rainfalls, and is backed by a lifetime transferable warranty. Save up to 20% with zero down and no interest or payments for up to 18 months with seamless gutters and gutter helmet, brought to you by Asher Laston Exteriors.
I think there are a lot of benefits to schooling our children from home. We get to spend a lot of time with them, and there are eureka moments like seeing them walk for the first time, or they figure something out and they're so excited about it.
The RVA really does work with each family to individualize each child's education to help them really succeed.
This is like the best thing in Wisconsin in terms of school.
For us, the RVA was our first and best choice of schools to choose.
We love the RVA!
We are back at Hobbs Ice Center in Eau Claire. Get set to start period number 2. Great matchup today. Number 1, Stevens Point Panthers, 16-0-1. And the number 4 ranked Eau Claire Memorial Old Abe's, 14-4-0. It's the Old Abe's leading the Panthers 1-0 after 1. Bob Radovich, Mike Schwengler with you. Mike, it was a fast-paced first period. No penalties.
Yeah.
A lot of stretches of sustained action, but it was the Old Abe's right at a time when it looked like SPASH was starting to generate some better zone time. Memorial then was able to hold the zone. They held the puck in deep and worked out to the point. Dylan Byrne, the defenseman, got the goal.
We've been doing it all year long, a dynamic duo, either Byrne or Matson, giving them a chance to get ahead, get a scoring chance when they really needed it, and they got one. I mean, a great first period. You got a 1 versus a 4 in the state of Wisconsin on a Saturday afternoon, 2 o'clock. It's not freezing cold. There's not 40 inches of snow, although I'm sure the farmers wish that there were, and a lot of people do. But that being said, first period, you're 2 non-common teams. Even though you see each other once a year, the way it's been the last few years with their schedules, kind of a feeling out process. I think Point realizes that the Abes are going to finish their checks. It looked like a couple guys got surprised by SPASH, cutting across and then running into somebody. Nothing malicious. They're just standing there and finishing checks. A couple nice hits on the wall. All in all, a clean period, like you alluded to. There are no penalties. There didn't look like there was anything that the refs missed either. So, second period will be interesting. Again, the matchups. Memorial has that home ice advantage, and they've used it quite a bit in the first period. The biggest thing, I think, to me, how are Kirshner and Lossman, are they going to be able to handle being out there every time Molsky, Schroeder, and Miller are on the ice? Because you know they're going to make a push. They're very talented kids. They're going to move pucks. They're creative. It's just how quick can they get pucks into the zone to make plays.
Old Abe's will defend the goal to our left. Panthers, the goal to our right. In period number 2, puck is down. We are underway. Nick Madsen has it far side. Cross ice to Mac Diggins. Diggins gains the zone, drop pass. Nolan on him, the shot. It caromed off the shins of Tyler Loomis of Stevens Point.
And he had the lane too. He just missed the spot. Goaltender would have not seen it. We had a guy going to the net.
Puck picked up by the Panthers. They will transition. And Logan Ostricki will throw it deep. Madsen will chip it off the boards. Pankratz will send it in deep. Diggins the shot. That didn't miss by much. Madsen down low to Diggins. Centering pass. Winds up in neutral ice. Kircher will throw it over to Madsen. To the near wing, and Pankratz pushing that one forward. Try to get it to Schemberger. Abe's partial line change. Stevens Point will collect with Reeve. Jamie Reeve. Now loose in neutral ice, and it's picked up by Schemberger. He'll take it wide. Schemberger trying to dangle. Eric Karnitz picks up the puck. Karnitz in the corner. Throws it down low. Schemberger trying to center. Interrupted there on a nice play by Carter Drexler. Now Drexler will carry out 3-on-2 for the Panthers. flips it far side. Jackson Schroeder plays it behind the Memorial net. Dylan Byrne pokes it free. Oneman now pokes it ahead. Scooped up, though, by Ostricki. Here's an opportunity. Kitowski coming in. 2-on-1. That shot just a little high. Battle along the half wall. Dylan Byrne pokes it free for the Abes. Tucker Lossman plays it ahead. Now here's Eric Karnitz. Karnitz will flip it in deep. Line change for the Abes.
That's a good wind shift for the Schemberger line. They had a nice chance in front.
Centering pass. Savaloya sweeps it just wide. Play to the point to Nick Madsen. Madsen looking, shooting, deflected. Didn't get to the net. Stevens Point unable to clear because the official was along the boards. But now Madsen will carry through the zone. Nick Madsen trying to get to the forehand. Played well that time by Tyler Bialis, who got just enough of Nick Madsen to keep him from driving the net. Played behind the net into the corner. Here's Savaloya out to Kircher. Puck hops his stick. Noah Kircher now goes back. Noah and Trevor Kircher both on the ice this shift for the Abes. Stevens Point works the puck free. Trying to center it, but now Savaloya picks it up for the Abes. Pokes it free. Opportunity. Pankratz. Pankratz throws it on net, and a save by Mason Sperlin.
Nice play by Pankratz. A little bit of a oopsie at the blue line for the Abes and a oopsie on the backside below the goal line, but they were able to fight through that. That's the second time Pankratz has picked up the puck and driven wide, kept his feet moving, went to the front of the net.
Nolan Autumn will take the draw for the Abes. Jackson Spees for the Panthers. Abes play it deep. Autumn has it. Autumn centering right on front. Pankratz the one-timer. Didn't quite get all of it and put it wide. Held in by Lossman. His shot hits traffic. Byrne collects for the Abes. Little give and go there with Lawson. Byrne works it up ahead to Diggins. Diggins cross ice. Pankratz. Pankratz the shot. Sperlin the save. Panthers trying to move the puck out of the zone. They'll throw it around with Jamie Reeve. Picked up far side by Dillingham. And the puck was played with a high stick, so we get a stoppage. 13:15 left. Marquardt Motors, your local Buick and GMC dealer, has the area's largest pre-owned and new vehicle inventory with new arrivals daily. View the inventory at marquardtmotors.com or stop in to talk to a friendly salaried sales consultant.
Good opportunity to get your plug in there, but that did not get hit with a high stick. It hit Pankratz in the chest. I think the ref down below thought it went with a high stick. Either way, we had a stoppage, offensive faceoff.
Abes hold the zone, burn their shot. Tyler Bialis tried to glove that. It didn't get all of it, though. It almost trickled through his glove. Now a pass ahead to Salienko, but they come in offside. Keep your home and valuables safe with SOS Security in Eau Claire. Protect against intruders, fires, water, and more for every room, every door, and every window. Place your trust in SOS Security.
Here's that home ice advantage again. Abe's Diggins' line just was on the ice, had a nice shift, come off. Molsky's line comes out, back with the Abes on the whistle.
Abes play it forward. Pankratz puts it in deep. Diggins giving chase. Sperlin will throw it around the near boards. Pinching is Nolan Autumn. Plays it down low. Diggins has it. Diggins battling for it. Poke free by the Panthers. They will collect and skate out with Loomis. He'll play it deep. Trevor Kircher in the corner for the Abes. Diggins steers it ahead, scooped up. Madsen wanted to get it ahead to Autumn. Autumn didn't realize he was receiving the puck. Autumn now still looking for it. Pankratz picks it up, throws it toward the net. It's sticked aside by the goaltender Sperlin. We get another stoppage. HS Fence is serving Wisconsin's commercial and residential fencing needs for the last 18 years. HS Fence specializing in chain link, vinyl wood, and ornamental fencing.
If you're the Abes right now, Bob, you are extremely pleased. And the reason not only because you have a one-goal lead, you've spent most of this second period in SPASH's zone, but most importantly, Molsky, Miller, and Schroeder's line, I don't think have generated a shot. since the first couple shifts of the first period.
SPASH gaining the zone here with Poirier. Poirier going into the boards with Dylan Byrne, poke free. Scooped up by the Abes. They work it forward and out. Tarnix trying to get it ahead to Oneman. Picked up at neutral ice. And Stevens Point with Ostricki will throw it into the Abes end. Dylan Byrne now plays it up the near boards. Poke free, and Karnitz will backhand it down deep. Jamie Reeve behind his own net. Exit pass. They get it to center ice, and Drexler. Drexler will throw it deep. Nick Madsen now for the Abes. Madsen up the near boards. Picked up there by Ostricki. Wonky digs it free. Wonky 2-on-1. Wanted to get it over to Noah Kircher. But the Panthers just got a stick in the way, and now we get a stoppage with 11:05 left. Get Culligan Water for just $9.95 a month for the first 3 months. Visit Sterling Culligan Water at CulliganH2O.com.
Hey, we haven't seen Wonky out much this game, Bob, and we've made comments about him all year long. He plays hard. He's in the right spot. He makes the right reads. That time he probably, I think he thought about shooting, but likes to pass first. That one he probably should have thrown the puck on net for a rebound.
Puck dug free by the Panthers, and they flip it out of play. At Chippewa Valley Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, whether you are a professional athlete, weekend warrior, or simply have an aching joint, rest assured that you will receive unsurpassed care delivered with compassion and respect. When you need it most, visit the sports medical experts at Chippewa Valley Orthopedics and Sports Medicine.
However, that being said, we've seen him score some big goals, too.
Yeah, yes, we have. Play to the near side. Here comes Salienko. Throws it in deep. Spiess going after it for SPASH. Abes try to get it out of the zone. Held in by Dillingham. Held in at the far point. That time by Loomis. Abes throw it around the boards. Wonky has it. Wonky able to flip it out of the zone. Scooped up by the Abes. Kunert will throw it in deep. Partial line change now for the old Abes. SPASH with Dillingham. They try the stretch pass to Salienko, but that one goes to ice. We get another stoppage. 10-11 to go. Stop Construction is a premier builder of municipal and industrial water and wastewater treatment systems in the Midwest. Stop Construction, a 100% employee-owned company.
With your coach, Matt Polkamp from the SPASH Panthers, you're trying to figure out a way to get your guys going. They really have done nothing offensively in the second period. They really haven't had a shift if you look at just the ice alone. And their top line, Molsky's line, has got to figure out a way to get going. The problem is Abes are playing textbook. They're playing deep. They're getting pucks down low, and they're not turning the puck over out high.
SPASH poking the puck free. Here's Schroeder. Schroeder tangled up with Diggins. Now Pankratz. Abes poke it free. Delayed penalty on the Panthers. Here comes Nolan Autumn. Autumn around a defender. Autumn centers. Diggins couldn't get his stick on it, but the Abes will be going to the power play. First penalty of the game will be whistled on the Stevens Point Panthers, and Grant Molsky will head to the penalty box.
A little frustration there, I think, by Grant Molsky. He went down and he got his hands up, wanted to deliver a punishing check, and he got Diggins a little bit high. Abes are on the power play. 9 minutes, 40 seconds left in the second period. 1-0 Eau Claire Memorial. The Abes struggled after their first power play the other night. They really couldn't get on task after that.
21.9% on the season on their power plays. Byrne up top. Shot from distance. They go for the deflection, and then the rebound. Knocked away. Carter Drexler back the other way for Stevens Point. He'll play it deep.
Pankratz got caught watching on that puck to Byrne. Byrne throws it at the net. Gabe's on the side of the net. He's got to come towards the front. If he was there a split second quicker, he had an empty net putback.
Byrne leaves it back for Madsen. Madsen driving wide. Nick Madsen behind the net. Still looking out to Byrne. Byrne cross ice. Diggins. Diggins still with it. Down low to Autumn. To Byrne. Diggins. Madsen. A lot of puck control, not a whole lot of shots here. There's a shot by Diggins, deflected high over the net. Byrne with it. He'll skate up top. Diggins, one-timer, goes wide. Madsen collects on the near boards. Cross ice, Diggins up top, Byrne. Back to Diggins. Bouncing puck. Spash able to clear. Under 40 seconds to go in the man advantage.
A lot of movement there by the Abes. Again, kind of got themselves in trouble. Yes, it's a nice cross-ice pass and it looks pretty, but very few guys can shoot off the pass anymore, especially when they're using 65, 70 flex sticks. You'd like to see them, stay more stationary. Let the puck do the work. Find the open guy.
Here's Madsen. Behind the net, centers right up front, and they score! Nolan Autumn on the one-timer. A power play goal for the old Abes, and they grab a 2-0 lead.
Simple. Madsen drives wide, attacks the net. Autumn trails, stick on the ice, going to the front of the net. Nick one touches it to him. Autumn was able to flip it up and over the top of the goaltender, Sperlin. It almost looked like Sperlin was expecting a rocket coming at him, and it was a chip that went up and over, and perfect opportunity for that. Autumn likes a 7 wedge, or what do we call it? No, not a sand wedge. Is that what we call it? Sand wedge?
Yeah,
Trying to learn the golf
56-degree wedge.
The 56-degree wedge. Well, that's what it was, because it was a nice chip up and over. Perfect placement. 2-0 Abes. 7:58 left in the second period.
Panthers had killed off 95.7% of penalties against them, but the Abes convert here. Nolan Autumn, his 8th goal of the season.
Now we're starting to see a little bit of questions here by the SPASH Panthers. Guys are like, you could see it in their body language. You could see it in the way they're holding their gloves. Like, where were you? Come you weren't? Whoops, whoops, whoops. So a little bit of doubt in there, but they have to also understand you're the number 1 seed in the state. Everybody's going to give you their best game. And right now, the Abes are playing one of the best games they played all year.
Flipped out of the zone by the Panthers and all the way down. Enjoy the benefits of business banking at Security Financial Bank with several options to fit your business. Learn more about business banking at sfbank.com. Mike, your 08 team with the old Abes went undefeated, won a state championship. I'm guessing along the way, though, there were some challenges. How much does that pressure begin to build over the course of a season when you're unbeaten?
Well, it's more so for the kids than it is for the coaches. Coaches, you're just trying to get better every game, and we can allude to that as we go here.
Opportunity there for the Panthers. They weren't able to convert. Abes nearly turn it over in their own zone, but Madsen is able to sweep it down. I think all things considered, the Abes will take the icing there.
So coming back to the question, the biggest game was at Superior. It was a snow redo, and it was later. I think it was early February. We had to make that game up, and we went up to play them. And it was a back and forth game. And Superior is a very good team. We actually ended up beating them in the semifinal. But Brady Sand, our goaltender, he was letting in some goals that he doesn't normally let in, and he ended up. I pulled him after the first period with a 4-3 lead because he wasn't having it, and come to find out, he had a 103-degree fever they didn't tell anybody about.
Oh, okay.
So,
yeah, all right. Carnitz carries in for the Abes. Collision there with Reeve. Behind the SPASH net, Bialis plays it out. Stevens Point now trying to gain some momentum through the neutral zone. He wanted to get it to Salienko. That was interrupted by the Abes. Byrne will steer it up the far boards. Ottomans from time and space there. Ottoman will carry in. Blake Ottoman trying to get around a defender. He gets held up there. And he loses an edge. Carnitz taking Reeve into the boards. Madsen collects at neutral ice and will dump in. Savaloya trying to pinch for the Abes. Puck poked free by the Panthers, held in by the Abes. Kircher will dump it deep. Reeve behind his own net. Sweeps it around the near side. Past Bialis, and it hops out of play.
Bob, what the Abes are doing, they're making themselves very hard to play against. They're getting in the way. They're finishing checks. They're a little shove. Nothing that warrants penalties, but every little stop, every time you move and you get bumped or you get hit where you have to stop, it makes it harder to get going. And not only that, in your head, you're knowing, okay, there's somebody coming. He's going to bump me. He's going to hit me. I can't play clean. I can't toe drag. I can't do all the things that I like to do. And if they keep playing this way, it's going to be very hard for Stevens Point to get going.
Abe's once again at neutral ice. Able to win a puck battle. Madsen carrying in. Nick Madsen behind the net. Wraps it around and scores!
A tough break for SPASH there, Bob. Katowski, a young guy, sophomore. There was a high stick at the blue line, and at the blue line, he should have played the puck and got the offside, even taken the face-off deep. He didn't. He let the puck bounce, and Madsen picked it up, drove, went around the net and stuffed it. I don't know. Sperlin maybe thought he was going to pass the puck, but Madsen beat Sperlin to the post on the far side, and he was able to wrap it for a big 3-0 lead.
3-0 Old Abe's on a goal by Nick Madsen. His 11th of the season. Madsen unassisted in the Abes. The big lead here. Stevens Point trying to generate something, but Diggins able to poke the puck free, works it behind the net to Madsen. Madsen plays it around, pinching in Molsky. Molsky behind the net, tries to throw it out front. Little push now by the Panthers. Loomis, the shot. I don't think Evan Madsen had a good look at it. Here's Mac Diggins now for the Abes. Diggins around a defender. He's taken down, but they play on. Yeah, the puck goes into the netting, so we get a stoppage with 4:59 remaining in the period.
And that's a good no call. Diggins went inside out, outside in, and as he cut, the Point's defenseman give him a shove on his breezers. It's not a penalty. He didn't put a stick on him, so that's a good no call there. 5 minutes left in the period. The great thing about what Eau Claire Memorial is doing, and it's especially against SPASH's top line, you can't score when you can't play in the offensive zone.
Shot from up high. Lossman put it right on net, and a glove save by Sperlin. And a little chit-chatting going on behind the net. Mr. Sperlin is not too happy about something.
A little frustrated. Defenseman a little frustrated. I mean, the whole team has to be. Here, they come in with the big target on their back, and they have to admit they're not giving it their best shot. But like I said, we've been talking all game long. It's hard to do when you're 200 feet away from an offensive chance.
Well, Mike, we've seen the Abes from the start of the finish to now, and I'll agree with you. This is as well as they've played in a single game, and it's coming against a really tough opponent.
I would say probably the cleanest that they've played.
Right.
They've only had a couple turnovers, and they've been notorious for having more than that, so hopefully they keep it up.
Ames will work it to Karnitz on the near side. To neutralize, scooped up by Ottoman. Blake Ottoman trying to drive the net. Dillingham, the defenseman, got in the way. Ames can't hold the zone on the far side. Weave off the icing. Dylan Byrne scoops it up. Byrne over to Lossman. Ahead to Noah Kircher. Flipped out of the zone. Ames will collect Dylan Byrne. We're under 4 minutes to go in the second period. Stretch pass too far for Savaloya. Going back is Reeve. Reeve will play it off the glass. Wonky trying to hold it in. Puck battle on the far side. Pushed into the zone. Now Lossman will dump it in deep. Ames will touch up on the delayed offside. SPASH trying to carry out. Dillingham. And turned back by the Abes. Loose at neutralized. Swanky pokes it back to Kircher. Trevor Kircher will dump in deep. Diggins and Pankratz and Autumn back on the ice for Eau Claire Memorial.
And another win for that third line against SPASH. They never got the puck past the blue line. Didn't get anything out of their shift, but they're killing clock, and they're keeping the puck 200 feet away from their net.
Pankratz behind the net. Diggins. Centering pass. Here's Autumn. Taken off his stick. Dumped down by the Panthers. We're going to get an icing on Stevens Point. Castle Insurance, based in Eau Claire, is your local independent insurance provider. For all your insurance needs, you can depend on Castle Insurance.
So with high school hockey, Bob, it's if your top two lines can prevent the other team's top two lines from doing what they want to do, which is to try and generate chances and score goals, you're obviously in a great position.
Trying to carry in that time was Grady Miller. He got taken down, so the first time today, the old Apes will be shorthanded.
And whether it's been the Autumn line or the Schemberger line against Molsky's line, they've been able to hold them at bay. They've been able to keep them out of the offensive zone. And coming back, Drexler's line really hasn't gotten many chances offensively. They've been pinned in. So all in all, a great team effort by the old Apes.
Okay, so now Abe's on the penalty kill. They've killed off 91% of the penalties. Stevens Point, 27.9 on the power play.
And your first 25 seconds, you want to see what SPASH is going to do. You want to see how they set up. You're talking to your next set of killers. Here's what they're going to do. Here's what they want to do. The good thing about the Abes, they're aggressive up high, they're aggressive on the pass, and they're going to go after the puck on dump outs. And not many teams do that. There, Pankratz threw a big hit in the corner. Pressure on the SPASH, 200 feet.
Grady Miller leaves it over to Molsky, back to Miller. He tried to work a give and go, scooped up there by Salienko. More physical play along the boards. Poke free by the Panthers. Byrne and Molsky going at it. Diggins broke his stick, so he'll just look to kill some time. A SPASH player hobbling off the ice. That's Grant Molsky. And the puck comes down in the SPASH end. Carrying out is Loomis. They try to work it near side to Spies. Becoming offside. 47 seconds to go in this Stevens Point man advantage, minute 26 to go in the second period.
You can see the parents of some of the Abe parents down on the glass. They're banging on the glass. Looked like there's a hold where one of the Abe's defensemen fell down on that. But good start on the kill for the Abes. Obviously, they haven't given anything up. Point is probably used to coming in the zone, getting set, being able to run their offense, and the Abes aren't letting them do it. They're too aggressive right now. SPASH has to change what they want to do.
Stricky with it. Plays it forward. Knocked free by Madsen. Opportunity for the Abes. Madsen out front. He had on him in there. SPASH trying to transition back. Dillingham poked free by Byrne. Madsen will fire it all the way down. Under a minute to go in the period. 15 seconds to go in the SPASH power play. Ostricky gets around Byrne. Ostricky into the corner. Poke checked away by Byrne. Aves with an opportunity here. Steered ahead for Pankratz. Pankratz skates in. Tried to go 5-hole. Sperlin with a big save there.
Gabe had obviously he went wide, drove the net again the third time in the game. He had time to get his hand back down on his stick. If he'd had his hand on it, he could have probably got it around the goaltender on that.
20 seconds remaining in the period. Stevens Point pokes it free, but not out. Abe's control. Pankratz the shot, and they score!
Outstanding penalty kill by the Abes. From top to bottom, every guy out there either got in the way, finished a check, got sticks on puck, took away passing lanes. They got pressured down low out of the penalty kill. Once again, the Autumn line makes it pay. Nice pass across. Pankratz one-times it. I think the goaltender was cheating a little bit, expecting a pass, and Pancratz beat him short side. Goaltender a little frustrated there, Bob. Shot the puck down the ice. Probably should have gotten a delay of game penalty on that, but the linesman went and talked to him.
Second period has come to an end. A 3-goal period for Eau Claire Memorial, and now we got some guys mixing it up behind the Abe's net. Everybody gets separated, and order has been restored. Gabe Pancratz, his 14th goal of the season. Madsen and Autumn picking up assist on the Pancratz goal. Mike, what a period for the old Abes.
Yeah.
And I think, yeah, they're scoring goals. That's great. But even better, they have really negated a high-powered offense for Stevens Point.
Not only have they negated it, they've extinguished it. I'd be curious to see the shots here. I don't know that Stevens Point, if they have 3 shots on goal, 2 of them have to be from dump-ins because they absolutely got nothing offensively going in this game. Consequently, the Abes played 95% of the game in points end. All 3 lines, they're not scoring on all 3 lines, but all 3 lines are contributing. They're getting ice time, and they're doing what they need to do to frustrate the SPASH Panthers. And we have a 4-goal lead here with 1 period left to go.
We'll take a look at a couple second period highlights here. And starts with the Abes driving deep. A centering pass, and Nolan Autumn on the one-timer. Great assist by Nick Madsen.
The one chipper, Bob.
The one chipper, yeah. That was the goal that made it 2-0. And then here's the wraparound by Nick Madsen. And you talked about it. May have caught Mason Sperlin, the goaltender, thinking he was going to pass it out front. And he kept it and put it in the net. And then here's goal number 4. Well, that's a great shot by Pancratz.
I mean, he got across. You see, perfectly squared up. Goaltender wanted to be where he needed to be where he wanted to be, and Pancratz just beat him short side below the blocker.
So your score is Eau Claire Memorial 4, Stevens Point 0. We'll take an extended break, and we'll be back with third period action right after this. You are watching high school hockey on Zaleski Sports, presented by Spectrum Insurance.
At Marquardt Motors, we want our customers to experience the highest possible level of satisfaction. That's why we offer the largest selection of new and used vehicles at the lowest possible price. It's why we offer Saturday service, and we have our own body shop on site. We want buying and taking care of your vehicle to be easy and convenient for you. Earning your trust is what matters most. At Marquardt, we know business is really about people and relationships, not dollar signs in the bottom line. That's why our salespeople are paid by salary and a bonus for volume, but never a commission on the amount you pay for your vehicle. It's why we offer comfortable waiting rooms with refreshments, home-baked cookies, and free Wi-Fi. Buying and servicing your vehicle should be both easy and comfortable. At Marquardt Motors, we know your vehicle is a huge part of your life, providing freedom of mobility and safety for your family. That's why we offer the largest fleet of free loaners in the area. It's also why we offer GM certified service and parts at very competitive prices. It's why we have GM certified and world-class technicians on our team. You can have peace of mind knowing that we'll be here to take care of you for as long as you own your vehicle. It's our goal to offer the best car buying and servicing experience in the Chippewa Valley. We can't promise to be perfect, but we will always strive to operate with integrity. I'm Dave Marquardt. I invite you to come experience the personal service we've worked for 50 years to achieve and will continue to improve on for many years to come.
Fleet Farm has everything you need for every season of life. From tending the vegetable garden season to planting 100 acres of crops season. Fleet Farm is your one-stop shop. Whether it's strawberry jam season, cook your walleye season, or his first set of wheels season. Fleet Farm is built for every season. Fleet Farm, built for real life.
Blue Northern Distributing of Eau Claire, Wisconsin is a local family-owned business and has been distributing products in western Wisconsin for over 20 years. Our friendly truck drivers are extensively trained to be the best in the industry.
Because it's a really good family-oriented company.
Blue Northern distributes milk and dairy products to many schools and businesses. Right now, we are seeking qualified Class A truck drivers to join our fleet. Apply today at BlueNorthernDistributing.com.
Why work for Staub Construction?
Everybody around you is just family.
Everybody seems to bond together and get along good, and
They, I believe, truly care about their employees.
Staub has a great benefits package.
Staub is an employee-owned company that puts a large emphasis on work-life balance.
And everybody wants to see everybody succeed.
it's a good place to work.
Join the team at Staub Construction. Apply now at staubco.com.
You're tuned in to Better Halves. Mike, what are you looking for?
Skip, I'm not getting older. I'm getting better. I still got big plans for my life and my Medicare.
I know exactly what you want from Medicare. Same as all the other guys. Me!
Hey, Mike, I'm Sheila from Security, and I'm just like you. In fact, I'm from your neighborhood, and I've got a Medicare plan that treats you like you.
Did it just get better in here?
Hip impingement and hip labral tears are common causes of hip and groin pain and are often the result of repetitive use from crouching sports or trauma. Today, we are visiting Eau Claire, Wisconsin. Dr. Carlson, a partner with Chippewa Valley Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, is in the forefront of using a newer procedure called hip arthroscopy, which allows minimally invasive access to a joint and treatments to problems never addressed before. Using hip arthroscopy, Dr. Carlson is able to repair tissue without dislocating the hip and without replacing it.
Hip arthroscopy is where a surgeon takes a camera on the end of a long wand, which we call a scope, and through a small poke hole incision in your skin, delivers that scope into a joint. In this particular case, we're talking about hip arthroscopy, where that scope would be put in the hip joint. The hip joint first has to be dislocated or the ball and socket pulled apart. When that's pulled apart, we can access the joint and look around and do the work we're talking about doing. Once inside the joint, through other portals, we call them, those poke holes that we use to access the joint, we can use other instruments, again on the end of a long wand, to perform the work inside the joint. Things like repairing the cartilage rim of the socket, called the labrum, fixing cartilage defects or problems on the head of the ball or the lining of the socket, repairing tissue around the hip, such as ligaments or capsule, repairing tendons that attach to the hip, or releasing them if need be, depending on the particular problem.
Dr. Carlson's goal is to eliminate the segment of untreated patients or patients with delayed treatment who have curable hip pathology, educating potential patients and their providers that these symptoms are not things they need to live with, or that they are not from their back or groin pulls or early arthritis. Few orthopedic surgeons are operating on hips through a scope because it is a newer and technically difficult surgery. Therefore, certain diagnoses may be missed by physicians not familiar with these newer treatment options.
Patients I see with hip joint pain that can be fixed and not just replaced can range from their mid-teens or younger teens to 50, 60 years old. In the past, patients who had labral tears in their hip were told that they may have some pre-arthritis or an early arthritic problem. They may be told that they were just prone to frequent groin pulls in the sport of their choice. And taking some time away from their sport, they may sometimes be able to return to the sport with just continued pain. And fortunately now, with our knowledge of the concept of labral tears and our ability to treat that problem, we can take people who are otherwise just waiting 20 years to undergo a hip replacement, or just feeling that they can't ever participate in that activity because they'll just keep getting groin pulls. We can take that person, we can make them better, we can fix their problem, we can bring them back to their sport and allow them to continue to develop as an athlete or as a worker or whatever particular activity they're trying to do where that hip is affecting them.
Chippewa Valley Orthopedics and Sports Medicine has been committed to the healthcare needs of patients in western Wisconsin for over 45 years. Their success and reputation as an outstanding orthopedic clinic can be attributed to the teamwork of their friendly, knowledgeable physicians and staff.
Here at Chippewa Valley Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, we have 12 partners, orthopedics, neurosurgery, non-operative spine, and foot and ankle. We really pride ourselves in listening closely to the patients and hearing what they're saying, spending a lot of time engaging in the conversation of what is really bothering that person.
After meeting with the patient, Dr. Carlson determined that his difficulties had all been related to painful hip impingement.
It was incredibly important for me to meet with a doctor that understood sports and athletics and kind of just how I wanted to continue that lifestyle instead of just kind of shutting it down. So meeting with someone like Dr. Carlson was incredibly important to me because he understood how I still wanted to be active after a surgery and still wanted to maintain my daily lifestyle.
While visiting with Dr. Carlson, we learned that he grew up skiing and continues to ski competitively across the country and also enjoys hunting, fishing, and hiking. He is passionate that his patients' goals are his goals. Whether it is getting them back to playing with their kids, working aggressively, or competing in sports, his patients are more active and enjoy their lives.
When I see those people so happy with themselves, so happy with their decision to have this fixed or to go through this process, as scary as it sometimes is, if you don't know what's on the other side, it's so satisfying for me.
They have us at 0-0 after 2. And they're not even comparable.
Welcome back to Hobbs Ice Arena in Eau Claire. Eau Claire Memorial, 4th-ranked team in the state, leading the top-ranked team in the state, Stevens Point Panthers, by a score of 4-0. Abe's a Dylan Byrne goal in the first period, and then 3 goals in the second. Nolan Autumn, Nick Madsen, Gabe Pankratz. Bob Radovich, Mike Schwengler here with you. And Mike, what can we expect in the third period? The Abes have been really solid defensively, especially. Yeah, they put 4 goals in the net. But to me, it's the defensive effort that they've done. The goaltender, Evan Madsen's made a couple nice saves, but by and large, he has not faced a barrage that you would expect from a high-scoring Stevens Point team that comes into this game averaging 5.7 goals a game.
Yeah. Well, other than the end of the first shift of the first period, we had to make that stuff on the side of the net, and then late in the first where we're pass out front and he stuffed the guy coming through the slot. Yeah, really, he hasn't had to make any saves. That, like we talked, second period was all in SPASH's end, and the Abes lead it clean, not meaning clean as in non-penalty clean. Clean as in they're making a simple breakout pass, they're finding the second guy, they're getting the puck out of the zone, they're gaining the red line, attacking the offensive zone with speed. They're not cutting through the middle and turning the puck over. They're taking it wide. They're waiting for help. They're throwing pucks at the net, and they're just playing. They're playing a style that you want to play to be successful in the playoffs, which is hard to play against.
Molsky and Autumn on the draw. Won by the Panthers. They play it forward towards Grady Miller. Abes intercept that. Pankratz scoops up the puck. Pankratz trying to go wide. Wrapped up there by the defenseman Tyler Loomis. Behind the net now, Reeve with it. Overskates the puck. Diggins the shot right on. Sperlin the save.
Good start for the Abes. 17-minute periods. You want to break it down into 3 or 4 minute increments, like first line, second line, third line. If you 4 is enough, right? You don't want to back off. 4 is enough. Play clean, play even. Now you're down to, you took away 4 minutes, and then you concentrate on the next 4 minutes, and so on and so forth. You know SPASH is going to make a push. Don't chase your mistakes if you're the Abes. If you make a mistake, don't go chase after the puck. Back off. Make sure you have 3-on-3 at worst coming out of the zone. Play hard to play against in the offensive zone. If you're SPASH, you got to change what you're doing. What they're doing isn't working, so they got to look to maybe clear some guys out of the zone and chip pucks and go hunt.
Madsen holds the zone, flips on net, in and out of the glove of Sperlin. And we get a whistle.
Delayed offside.
23 left, yes.
Oneman didn't hear the call, so there'll be like a punt in football, Bob. We're going to have a zone change. The puck is going down to the Abes 20-yard line.
Field position game.
Yes.
That's what we got here. So Jackson Spiess on the draw against Tygan Kunert. Correction, Noah Kircher, as that line is out there for the Abes. Behind the net, swept around, Savaloya going after it, goes all the way down. They wave off the icing. Jamie Reeve picks it up for SPASH, plays it over to Tyler Loomis. Loomis up the far boards, now neutral ice. Here's Drexler. Drexler the shot. Madsen got a piece of it, deflected it high. Puck in the corner, now behind the Abes net. They work it over to Savaloya. Battle for it along the half wall. Swept around, and now Nick Madsen has it. Madsen skating out. Madsen to neutral ice. Madsen going wide. Madsen centers right out front. Autumn was there, as was Diggins, but neither one could corral the puck and poke it past the goaltender. Nolan Autumn carries in, high shot. Sperlin may have gotten a piece of that one. Picked up now by Madsen in his own end. To neutral ice, Autumn will dump it in deep. Pankratz intercepts, throws it out front. Knocked down by Bialis. Bialis through neutral ice. Will dump it in deep. Trevor Kircher battling along the half wall. Poirier there for the Panthers. Nice stick lift by Diggins to get the puck out of the zone. Dillingham plays it to the far side. Back to Dillingham now. He loses an edge, and Gabe Pankratz picks up the puck. Pankratz driving wide. Pankratz on the backhand, saves Sperlin. Kircher, backhand pass to Pankratz. He'll play it down deep. Picked up by the Panthers. Apes had a defenseman, Lossman, who lost an edge. Kircher picks it up, plays it up the far wall, and all the way down. They wave off the icing.
A couple times now, points defensemen have kind of given up on those, and the linesman was smart enough to know he needed to wave it off.
SPASH with Molsky, throws it in deep. Kircher going after it. Oh, and there a Stevens Point player takes an Abe hard into the boards. The Abe's player is still down on the ice. Delayed penalty called on the Panthers.
It's going to be Grady Miller. I'm assuming they're going to give him, well, we'll not speculate, but it's a good thing Kirchner's okay. He went to go retrieve, and he turned into the wall. It wasn't a late turn. He turned into the wall to go get the puck, and Miller saw his numbers and ended up popping them, but it looks like Kirchner's okay. Refs are talking about a 2 and a 10, or is it going to be a 5? Yeah, they went with a 5. I kind of thought so. It's pretty hard into the wall. It's something that the game has gone so far away from that. You have to protect players, and by putting a 5 up there, the refs are doing what they need to do to protect. Now the Abes have a great opportunity to put this away.
Diggins with it. Up top to Byrne. Played in deep by Madsen, and it winds up in the netting. So stoppage.
And this is where the Abe's got in trouble the other night against Hudson. They had a dynamite-looking power play, their first one. They whipped the puck around. They had great chances. They finally popped one. And then as the game went on, they had numerous chances. They started fooling around. And a power play is about 5 guys functioning as one. Everybody knows what everybody's trying to do. And when you start doing your own thing or swinging when you shouldn't swing, that way you get in trouble and then everything falls apart like a house of cards.
Diggins trying to play it in deep. Spash turns that one back.
Kind of like that there. Diggins gets it. He's got to put it down low. Instead, he tries to feather it through the guy's pads. Now you're killing clock, which isn't bad. You have a 4-goal lead. You don't need to score. You just don't want to give anything up, but it'd be nice to put one away.
Here's Nick Madsen. Shoots right on Sperlin, the save. Autumn picks up the puck. Throws it to Diggins. Up top, Byrne. Flips to Madsen. Back to Byrne. Now Diggins. Cross ice pass. Past Madsen. Byrne will skate back for it. Plays it to Madsen.
Looking for the back door there, Bob. Problem was Madsen was a little early. He had curled away by the time Autumn was looking for him.
Autumn got it poke checked away by Drexler. Lossman holds the zone at the point. Plays it down deep. Abe scoop up the puck with Autumn. Back to Pankratz. Pankratz to Autumn. Diggins. Lossman. The shot deflected by Pankratz, and Sperlin kicked it out.
Lossman getting some power play time. Easy peasy. Throw it at the net.
And they score! Mac Diggins!
Lossman getting some power play time. Got a nice shot at the net. Pankratz tip. Comes right back out. I believe Madsen to Lossman. Lays it over to Diggins. Catch and shoot. Caught the goaltender moving. Beat him far post.
Let's take another look. Diggins with time. Picked his spot and scores. And that being a major penalty on Grady Miller, so there's still 3 minutes and 23 seconds of power play time now for the A's. And they're sitting in a great position, leading this one 5-0.
You got your second unit out there. Granted, Byrne and Madsen are staying out there, which they should. Just get set up, let 3 and 2 create up high, stack 3 guys around the net, bang and chip at rebounds, no block shots, no odd mans.
So nice. Tucker Lossman, Gabe Pankratz picking up assists on the Mac Diggins power play goal.
Nice shot by Schemberger. Madsen to Byrne across to Schemberger. Quick shot on goal. Same area as Diggins' shot. It just Luke Schemberger threw it in the goaltender's glove. Equal to the task.
Mike, of all the things that I thought might happen in this game today, I was not thinking 5-0.
No, we thought it would be a fairly close game, but you know, they're capitalizing on the chances that they have. They're finishing today.
Bash trying to work it to the far side. Ottoman back the other way for the old Apes. Ottoman trying to drive wide. Now into the corner. Schemberger battling there for the Apes. Puck flipped out of the zone by the Panthers. And the A's will cruise back for it. Dylan Byrne will pick it up behind his own net. Still 2:20 to go on the man advantage.
And they're coming back with their top unit here again. I always thought maybe Coach Collins would have thrown out his third line to give him some time, play 5-on-4, keep Byrne and Madsen out there, have them just play down low and kill clock.
Puck hops Madsen's stick, going after it is Molsky for the Panthers. Abe's collect with Byrne. Molsky still on the forecheck. Check that, that's Schroeder. Abe's will carry out. Madsen to Byrne, far side, Nolan Otto will play it deep. Diggins giving chase. Molsky back there for Spash. Abe's hold the zone. Throw it in deep. Pankratz centers, but only guy that was there was wearing a black uniform. That's it way out of his net.
Yeah, you can see that they're not trying to score per se here. They're just trying to play in zone deep.
Diggins throws it right out front. It was poked aside by Sperlin. Byrne, cross ice. Ames play it down. Here's Diggins. Crosses the blue line. Byrne goes after it. Plays to Madsen. And back to Byrne. Under a minute to go in this Memorial man advantage.
Coming out of this, there'll be 8 minutes, 30 seconds left in this game with a 5-0 lead. Dump it in, keep everything, put it on goal, chip it behind the net, clear the blue line, clear the red line like they've done all game. Don't try and do anything different.
Schemberger with the puck. Steers it ahead to Nick Madsen. Madsen through neutral ice. And the Abes called for being offside. 26 seconds to go in the Memorial man advantage, 9:12 to go in the third period.
5-0. 5-0, 9 minutes left. You said we didn't see it coming. We agree we didn't see it coming. The one thing I'm kind of curious about with Point, the Abes are 99% of the time on their breakouts, they've gone up the wall. And Point didn't, whether they didn't recognize or that's not what they like to do, but like you see in the conference we've talked, Hudson is going to make that adjustment against the Abes. River Falls made it. Menominee's made it. New Richmond's made it. They like to collapse and make it tougher for the Abes to break out, but today it hasn't happened.
Spash trying to carry in that time with Poirier. Tried to center. Lossman interrupted that. Lossman skating out. Steers it ahead to Oneman off his stick. Scooped up by Dillingham. Stevens Point back to full strength. And out of the box and picking up the puck. Now played in the Spash shed. And they'll work it back to Dillingham.
Like that play right there, Bob. Karnitz has the puck. He's got Schemberger with him, but it's a 2-on-2. Schemberger's not in a position to catch and create. Right there, Karnitz, take that extra stride, throw it on the pads, throw a softball on the pads, let Schemberger go get the rebound. Didn't hurt him there, but we've seen how it's changed momentum in games past.
The Dahlman Insurance Agency provides business, home, auto, and farm insurance throughout the Chippewa Valley. Contact Derek Knutson in Elk Mound or Wayne Dahlman in Eau Claire. Dahlman Insurance, come for the rate, stay for the service. Stevens Point poking it free, now an opportunity. Schroeder going after it, but Byrne gets there first for the Abes. Sweeps it around to Savaloya. Savaloya into the Spash end, throws it on net. Sperlin will cover up, 8:06 left. Mike, you've been through a number of seating meetings over the years. Those can be really interesting. And all of a sudden, I think the discussions based on this game, it's not complete yet, but the way it's trending, I think all of a sudden those discussions are getting really interesting now.
Well, I'll let you go with this here.
Opportunity for Spash. The Schroeder shot, and it caromed off the skate of the Abes defender. Otherwise, that could have been a good scoring opportunity for the Panthers.
A lot of it, Bob, is based on strength of schedule and then obviously the vaunted head-to-head. That's the hard part. You know, you have Point who beat Chippewa.
Right.
And Chippewa beat Memorial.
Right.
And Hudson has won in double overtimes, but they haven't played Point, but yet they've lost to Chippewa. So, I mean, I think it's going to shake out the way we all think it's going to shake out, with the Abes probably looking at that 3 seed after a game like today, provided 7 minutes and 13 seconds, nothing drastically crazy happens. But right now, a 5-0 lead is a 5-0 lead. I mean, it's pretty handily, and anybody who was here watching would say it's been a dominant effort by the Abes in this one.
Abes will be shorthanded for the next 2 minutes. Nolan Autumn gets the gate for tripping. So we'll see what the Panthers can do on this power play. They are 0 for 1 in this game. Nearly 28% during the season, scoring with the man advantage. Here come the Panthers. Some nifty moves right there, and Logan Ostricki put it off the pipe. Best scoring opportunity for Spash in a while.
As the legend Mike Sullivan, the former goaltender extraordinaire, would tell you. That one, Madsen got lucky. Goaltender posts are the best friend for a goaltender, and he used them there.
There you go. Point trying to get it to Ostricky, but winds up down on the other end. Now he picks up the puck. Little spinorama at center ice. Ostricky. That one blocked. Ostricky again. Good shift for him.
A nice save by Madsen on that one. Quick, sneaky, quick shot, and got his blocker on that and deflected it away.
Under a minute to go in the Stevens Point power play. Spash with the puck in the corner. Poirier. They get it up top now to Drexler. Drexler taking a look. Poirier with the shot. Nice save, Madsen. Poirier again. Abe's can't clear. Loomis. Near side. Schroeder the shot. Deflected just over the crossbar. Loomis again. Shot. Hits traffic and cleared by the Old A's.
And 4 guys that don't normally kill an awful, or 3 guys that don't normally kill an awful lot, got a chance to kill there. They got in front of pucks and they got the clears. 9 seconds left in the penalty.
Loomis, that shot deflected. Final seconds of this Spash man advantage, and Nolan Autumn's out of the box. Stevens Point trying to generate something here, going around behind the net. Cross ice they go. There's a shot. Rebound! And they score! Second and third effort by the Panthers. They break the shutout.
Yeah, that's too bad, too. Madsen made some nice stops on this kill. He hasn't really had any action all night, and which makes it even tougher. All of a sudden they come down and bang, shot, rebound, shot, rebound. This last one, he made 3 saves on that. Initial shot, kicked out his pad for the save, kicked out his pad for the save, and Abe's defenseman didn't pick up the guy on the side.
So under 5 minutes to go, Stevens Point gets on the board. And it's Grady Miller, so Miller's got to feel a little better. He was the guy that took that major penalty. Now an opportunity. Here comes Miller all alone. Shoots wide. Check that. That was Salienko, 9, not 8. Stevens Point now playing with a little bit more jump.
Well, yeah, you finally got a little bit of spark in a game. You're a little bit quicker out of it. Abe's defensemen both kind of got caught puck watching, and Salienko was able to sneak behind, but Madsen another big save.
Ottoman, a collision there with Mason Dillingham. Kircher with it. He'll regroup after throwing that one off of Salienko. Abe's flipped the puck out to neutralize. Stick battle over there, scooped up by Dillingham. Then the shot comes in, and it's a save by Evan Madsen.
Just a little offside on that one.
Here's the goal, Mike, and yeah, you said it. Madsen, a tough break for him, multiple saves, and then the puck was just still sitting there.
And it's one of those on the bench you don't want to talk about because you can't say the word, right? But you got to make sure the guys know, hey, you know what? We got enough to score. Let's help our goaltender out. Let's get in front. Let's take away sticks, prevent chances.
Blake Oneman whiffed on that one, and then Oneman dumped. Abe's hold the zone. Puck tipped up in the air. Schemberger scoops it up. Schemberger shoots! And a blocker saved by Mason Sperlin. Good effort that time by Luke Schemberger, the freshman.
Yeah, good turnover, hard work, got the puck, curled, had the 3-on-1 in tight. He made the right decision. Nobody was open. So he got the shot off. Just threw it off the shoulder, and Sperlin was able to fight it off and get it out of play.
3:25 to go in this third period. Old Abe's 5, Panthers 1. Going back for it, Jamie Reeve. Looking for the stretch pass, a little too far that time for Molsky. Pankratz will steer it in deep. Diggins chasing for the Abes, who gained control in the corner with Autumn. Scooped up now by Reed. Pankratz trying to center it to Diggins. Knocked aside by the Panthers. They'll skate out. Opportunity now for Stevens Point. He's pushing toward the corner, but not out. Reeve will dump it in deep. Centering pass. Winds up along the far boards. Pass out of the zone, scooped up by the Panthers and chipped in. Going after it is Molsky. Trying to throw it out front. Byrne stopped that one. Byrne with the puck. Steers it. Not quite out of the zone. Lossman. Couldn't clear. Opportunity now for the Panthers. From a sharp angle, Molsky had his stick lifted. Panthers able to hold the zone. Ostricki with some good hustle. There's a shot from in close by Salianko that winds up over the crossbar. Now we got a penalty. It's going to be called on the Old Egg. So check that.
We're going to get a high stick on the Panthers. I believe it's 9. Salianko got his stick up underneath of Diggins' chin. So the Abs will be on the power play essentially for the rest of the game. 2 minutes, 1 second left. 2-minute power play. That's the best shift that Points had all game. They played for a little over a minute in there in the Abs' end. Had some good speed, moved pucks, had a couple nice scoring chances. Just a little too late. If you're the Abs here, Bob, you're just moving it around. You just kill clock. You don't need to score. You don't want to give up a block shot. You want to protect your goaltender. Just throw everything down low. Keep everything simple and easy.
Minute 45 to go in the period. Autumn with it. Diggins to Autumn. That shot hit traffic out front. It's Pankratz in a wrestling match out there.
He took one off right off the front of the skate. Right on the laces.
Yeah, Pankratz is really laboring out there. But he's still out there trying for a deflection.
Yeah, he's got to come.
He will skate off in all kinds of pain. Puck pulled free by the Panthers. Ottoman will pick up the puck in his own end. Ottoman with a lot of speed. To the back end. Under a minute to go, third period. Dylan Byrne to skate back for the Old Abs.
So their Saturday just got a whole lot better if they being the Eau Claire Memorial Old Abs.
Absolutely. Considering how the week started with a tough double overtime loss to Hudson that dropped him to 4-4 in the conference, but they come right back with a really impressive win over a previously unbeaten Stevens Point Panthers team that was ranked number 1 in the state.
And a great team win overall as well. Like every kid that stepped on the ice contributed in their way, and coach and staff has to be extremely pleased with the effort. Now you just got to bottle it and keep it there for the rest of the run.
Eau Claire Memorial improves to 15-4 overall. Stevens Point loses for the first time this season, 16-1-1. Goals in that third period. Mac Diggins for Eau Claire Memorial, and Grady Miller for the Panthers. Mike, interesting game today. We probably spent the last minute talking about Memorial being impressive. The question now, you said the challenge now is try to bottle this and take it forward. Eau Claire Memorial will be on the road Tuesday when they travel to Rice Lake, and you know that with Coach Josh Engel, the Warriors sometimes can make it real tough for you, especially up in their barn.
Yeah, they can, but Coach Engel will agree this has been a tough year for him and his squad, and again, like we've seen this different personnel, but same jerseys a couple years ago. Abe's got kind of rolling through the mid to later part of the season, and then last couple games against, let's be honest, inferior opponents, they kind of played around, and then boom, you're out. And their focus, they have the video now, and they need to focus on what they did really well today and continue it forward. It was a great effort. One of the best played games that I've seen from an old Ape team in a few years.
So Eau Claire Memorial wins it by a score of 5-1, and the A's players can go celebrate with their fans here at Hobbs Ice Center. Coming up next, the postgame show brought to you by Chippewa Valley Orthopedics and Sports Medicine. Rely on the experience of our sports medicine team when you experience any sports-related injury or issue. You can count on proper diagnosis and customized treatment plan to meet your goals. Their orthopedic surgeons and our athletic trainers serve your athlete in Eau Claire, Chippewa Falls, in western Wisconsin. That's coming up next. You have been watching high school hockey on Zaleski Sports, presented by Spectrum Insurance.
Security needs to be at the top of the list when it comes to your family, home, and lifestyle. Our focus is providing your family with peace of mind by offering state-of-the-art systems that blend convenience and security into one. It all starts with our security system, which lets you add control of lights, door locks, thermostats, and more. You can control all of them with your touchscreen keypad or your mobile phone. With this state-of-the-art system, home control can be adjusted to your lifestyle automatically.
It's state-of-the-art security that fits into your lifestyle and your life. Give us a call today to learn more.
Culligan Water delivers. From your first call, to your first sip, to your first soak. Culligan, give us a tap. The only water that comes with a van.
I know that I can handle schooling my children because RVA provides the tools that I need. The RVA has adjusted curriculum by placing children right where their learning is. That's the number one goal, is to make sure that your children are learning, and so you don't move on if they haven't grasped the concept. You stop, pause, and you make sure that you grasp that before you move on. The RVA will work with your child's needs and will provide the support and the attention that your child not only needs but deserves.
At Marquardt Motors, we want our customers to experience the highest possible level of satisfaction. That's why we offer the largest selection of new and used vehicles at the lowest possible price. It's why we offer Saturday service, and we have our own body shop on site. We want buying and taking care of your vehicle to be easy and convenient for you. Earning your trust is what matters most. At Marquardt, we know business is really about people and relationships, not dollar signs in the bottom line. That's why our salespeople are paid by salary and a bonus for volume, but never a commission on the amount you pay for your vehicle. It's why we offer comfortable waiting rooms with refreshments, home-baked cookies, and free Wi-Fi. Buying and servicing your vehicle should be both easy and comfortable. At Marquardt Motors, we know your vehicle is a huge part of your life, providing freedom of mobility and safety for your family. That's why we offer the largest fleet of free loaners in the area. It's also why we offer GM certified service and parts at very competitive prices. It's why we have GM certified and world-class technicians on our team. You can have peace of mind knowing that we'll be here to take care of you for as long as you own your vehicle. It's our goal to offer the best car buying and servicing experience in the Chippewa Valley. We can't promise to be perfect, but we will always strive to operate with integrity. I'm Dave Marquardt. I invite you to come experience the personal service we've worked for 50 years to achieve and will continue to improve on for many years to come.
All right, welcome back to Hobbs Ice Center. Eau Claire Memorial defeating Stevens Point 5-1. Old Abe's head coach Mike Collins. Mike Schwengler and I talked about it. We thought it was probably the most complete performance of your team. What are your thoughts?
Well, you must have heard me in the locker room because I told the guys the exact same thing. Before the game we talked about at this time of the year, we are normally a high seed being hunted after with a target on our back. And this year it hasn't turned out that way at this time of year. So we took a different approach, and I said, okay, let's do some hunting. And our guys played a complete game, as you said, and very proud of them.
I would think, coming off that double overtime loss to Hudson here on Tuesday, that just knowing that you had Stevens Point on the schedule coming up Saturday, it was probably easier to kind of put that Raiders loss in the rearview mirror. Do you agree with that?
Well, yeah, and we looked at our roster, and we looked at a couple of guys being sick, and we had an easy one on Wednesday, took Thursday off, and just got refreshed. We've been at it a long time this year so far. And so, everything we did worked. It was a great week of practice and a great week of having a day off. And then today, like I said, as you said, complete game. Everyone contributed, and it was a great team win.
Tell me about the defensive effort, because their first line, they've got some scorers there. What did you guys do to kind of negate their offensive firepower?
Well, I think, number one, we played the body, and it didn't appear to me that they wanted any part of that. And we were banging them around pretty good, and that takes a little jump out of your step, number one. And we just continue with that, and it starts, a good offense, your best defense, too.
All right, Mike, we appreciate it. Congratulations to you and the Abes.
All right,
let's bring in number 3, Nick Madsen, and pick up on that, what Coach was talking about, playing a physical style, not running guys, taking penalties, but just making it difficult to play against the Old A's.
Yeah, no, obviously we all put it together, and playing a physical game really helped us. They turned the puck over once they were getting hit, so yeah.
Tuesday, that had to be a tough one.
Yeah.
Double overtime. Hudson, similar, second time this year. But for you guys, you're a captain on this team. What did you tell the other guys about, hey, regrouping, it's a tough one, but let's try to learn something and move forward?
Yeah, no, we just, we had a chip on our shoulder after that. Second time losing to Hudson in double OT, it's a tough look. So we came to this game wanting it bad, so put it together.
Coach Schwengler and I were talking about how the challenge is to try to bottle this and take it forward. You go up to Rice Lake on Tuesday, not always an easy barn to play in, but what are the big goals going forward now?
Obviously keep that going, stay on the gas. We got to keep getting better as the season comes to the end. But practice is like slowing down, so we got to pick that back up. But you got to stay hard.
You busted out these uniforms today for the first time. Are you going to keep this look now after this one?
We wish we could in conference, but obviously we can't. So we kind of need them, I guess. But.
All right, so you've been in the Zaleski Sports Highlight House before, so I'm going to hand you the microphone. You know exactly what to do now.
I'm Nick Madsen, and I'm in the house.
Perfect. All right, Nick Madsen, thank you for your time. Hey, congratulations. Nice. Good luck to you and the Abes the rest of the way. So that will do it for today's broadcast here at Hobbs Ice Arena. Old Abes defeating Stevens Point 5-1. We will be back with a basketball doubleheader from the Eagles Nest at Eau Claire Memorial High School. That will be on Tuesday. Girls game will be first around 5:30, followed by the boys game. Dave Spargo will join me for that one. For my color commentator, Mike Schwengler, for Jason Zaleski, who happened to be here today, I'm Bob Bradovich saying good afternoon from Hobbs Ice Center in Eau Claire.